The story opens in a dense forest, where a group of mountain lions roams together. Among them, the father warns his family never to trust humans. He explains that humans are dangerous and can take their lives at any moment, so staying away is the only safety. The youngest cub, curious and innocent, asks why humans would harm them since mountain lions are peaceful and do not attack anyone. The father replies that this is true, but humans can change in an instant, and believing in them is nothing less than a mistake that could cost them everything. But the young cub was still unwilling to accept his father's warning. His curiosity about humans kept growing, and against his father's repeated refusals, he rushed off toward the place where people lived. The scene then shifts to the main character, a boy named Jay. We see him waking suddenly from this very dream about the lions. Here comes the surprising truth. Jay is that same lion cub. He is a shapeshifter with two forms, one as a human and the other as an animal. He can change into a person whenever he wants and return to his lion form at will. Jay's desire to understand humans pushed him to take on a human form and live among them. In doing so, he became separated from his lion family and has no idea where his parents are now. When he first arrived in the human world, a family discovered him alone and decided to adopt him. Since then, he has been living with them for years, never shifting back into his lion form. Over time, he even started to feel as though his ability to transform was slipping away. Sitting at the breakfast table with his adoptive family, Jay is surrounded by love and care. They never let him feel like he doesn't belong. Jay's adoptive family includes a mother, father, and two siblings. None of them know that the boy sharing their home is actually a lion in human form. One morning, the news reports a shocking event. A plane was attacked mid-air by a huge flock of birds, forcing it into an emergency landing. While no lives were lost, the damage was severe. And this wasn't the first time. Animals and birds had been joining forces in attacks against humans more often, leaving scientists puzzled and searching for answers. The report leaves Jay and his family stunned. The very next day, his mother and sister take him to a new school for further studies. Jay doesn't want to go, but agrees, because his family believes it will broaden his mind and help him connect with the world. That night, while they rest at a hotel on their journey, Jay notices a pack of wolves heading toward a factory with a clear purpose. The sight catches him off guard and raises questions in his mind. By morning, they finally reach the high school. The mentor welcomes Jay, kindly asks his name, and reassures his mother that she will soon see positive changes in him. She explains that all students here live in harmony, so there is no need to worry. Relieved, Jay's mother says goodbye and leaves. Once they are gone, the mentor quietly reveals to Jay that she knows his secret. He is not human, but a shapeshifter. What's more, every student at this school is the same. Their training here focuses on living successfully in both forms. Surprised, Jay admits that he is a mountain lion. The mentor reacts with astonishment but also happiness, since it's the first time a lion has joined their school. She assures him that the others will welcome him warmly, then introduces him to the rest of the students. Most greet Jay kindly, but one student named Jeffrey, a wolf, reacts with hostility. He demands to know why a lion is here, clearly threatened. As a wolf, Jeffrey once held dominance among the students, but with a lion present, the natural king of animals, he fears losing that status. Enraged, Jeffrey lashes out and starts a fight with Jay, though others quickly intervene and stop it. The mentor then brings Jay to meet Andrew, the man who runs the school. Andrew explains that shapeshifters from across the world are brought here to learn, because he himself is one. Like Jay, Andrew is a lion, and he is thrilled to finally welcome another of his kind. Andrew asks Jay if he knows where his real lion parents are and why he left his family to live with humans for so many years. Jay explains that as a young cub, he had run away despite his father's warnings and started living among humans. Since that day, he hasn't been able to find his family, and he feels like his ability to transform into a lion has weakened. Andrew tells Jay that this is exactly why he was brought to the school, to rediscover his power and realize his full potential. The mentor shows Jay the room where he will live and introduces him to his new roommate, a small, playful squirrel. Jay quickly learns that at this school, both predators and prey coexist peacefully, and fighting is only allowed in designated classes. Later, the squirrel girl takes Jay to the forest for his first class. Another friend, an elk with majestic horns, joins them. When all the students gather, the teacher begins instructing them on controlling their animal transformations. Noticing Jay is new, the teacher asks him to reveal his animal form. Jay tries to transform into a lion, but after years without practice, he fails. Seeing his struggle, the mentor advises him to close his eyes and imagine being back in the forest with his family. As Jay does so, he envisions his lion father guiding him. With this focus, he finally succeeds, transforming back into a lion. The other students cheer, and they all shift into their animal forms, roaming freely in the forest as the class concludes. Later, Jay meets another roommate, a bison, and the three quickly form a strong friendship. Later, when Jay goes to the canteen with his friends, he notices Jeffrey bullying other students. Jeffrey, accompanied by 4 wolf friends, targets weaker animals. Jay feels upset and warns Jeffrey that harassing others violates the school's rules and cannot be tolerated. Angered, Jeffrey retorts that even if Jay is a lion, they are 5 wolves and could easily overpower him. Both prepare to fight, but a teacher intervenes, stopping the confrontation. The teacher warns that any fights outside of class will result in punishment. The next day, all the students attend fighting class. The teacher pairs Jay's friend, the bison, with a bear girl. The rules are clear. No lethal attacks. The point is to practice skills for future confrontations. The bison loses, and now it is Jay's turn to face the bear girl. He struggles to transform into a lion despite repeated attempts. Seeing this, Andrew hands Jay a bundle containing soil from the mountains. As soon as Jay smells it, he immediately shifts into his lion form, feeling connected to his family. Using his newfound strength, he defeats the bear girl. Andrew instructs Jay to keep the bundle, promising to personally train him. Jay eagerly agrees, excited to be trained by a senior lion. Sometime later, Jeffrey confronts Jay again, complaining that their previous fight never concluded. He challenges Jay to meet him in the forest that night. Furious at being insulted by a wolf while being a lion, Jay accepts, determined to teach him a lesson. However, when Jay arrives, he discovers that Jeffrey brought all 4 wolf friends for the fight. Initially, Jay fights bravely, but he starts losing ground. Observing Jay's danger, his bison friend transforms and joins the battle, driving the wolves away and saving Jay's life. The following day, Andrew takes Jay on a drive and speaks about the previous night's fight. He claims that, as a lion, Jay should be able to defeat the wolves alone without assistance. Jay explains it was tough to face all 4 simultaneously. Andrew reassures him that this is only the beginning, and with training, he will eventually overcome even larger groups. Upon returning to school, the mentor warns Andrew that giving Jay special attention could negatively affect the other students. Andrew insists that Jay is exceptional and deserves special training. Because Jay and Jeffrey had fought outside class, all involved are punished by working in the kitchen. During this time, the elk girl secretly guides Jay to the forest, where a school council meeting is taking place. She explains that these shapeshifters are planning to harm humans, similar to how humans harm animals. A bird suddenly arrives. It is the mentor who is part of this council, surprising Jay. The next day, Andrew trains Jay in hunting. Jay successfully hunts his first prey and feels proud. That night, he notices Jeffrey and the wolves heading toward a factory. Jay follows them to discover their plan. The wolves scare the guards and start damaging machinery. When Jeffrey spots Jay, he angrily accuses him of spying and threatens him. Before a fight can break out, Andrew intervenes, ordering Jeffrey to leave. Jay realizes that Jeffrey is acting under Andrew's instructions. Andrew then explains the bigger picture. Humans have destroyed nearly half the forest, built factories releasing harmful chemicals, and killed innocent animals, including his wife and daughter. Humans' disregard for the environment has led them to form a team dedicated to disrupting human activities. He calls on Jay to join this mission, confident that Jay's abilities make him the perfect participant. Jay is shocked and asks for time to decide. The following day, while racing with friends, the bison collides with a vehicle, but luckily no one is hurt. The vehicle belongs to Jay's human family, who invite him on a hiking trip. Jay agrees. Soon after, Andrew calls, asking if he will participate in the mission that Saturday. Jay refuses, saying he already has plans with his family. Angered, Andrew scolds him for hesitating between humans and animals, then abruptly hangs up. Frustrated, Jay runs deep into the forest to cool off. While resting, hunters locate Jay using a drone and release dogs to capture him. A crow, another shapeshifter student, intervenes, destroying the drone and guiding Jay back to the school. At one point, exhausted, Jay sits down, and the hunting dogs arrive. He surprises them by transforming into a human form. Andrew appears and informs Jay that his lion family has been killed by hunters. Saddened by the news, Jay resolves to support the mission. Andrew gathers the team and explains the mission. First, scare the guards and escape. Then, destroy the heavy machinery. Finally, create a short circuit to blow up the factory. Jay agrees, but insists on one condition: no human life should be harmed. Andrew accepts, confirming only human property will be destroyed. As the operation begins, Jay notices his family hiking directly below the logs set to fall. Panic-stricken, he shouts for everyone to stop, warning that his family's lives are at risk. No one listens, so he calls Andrew, pleading with him to halt the mission. Andrew dismisses him, claiming that some casualties are inevitable and that they are not his real family, then hangs up. Enraged and worried, Jay realizes he cannot manage this alone. Just in time, his friends arrive to support him, giving him some relief, though Andrew's team still fights to continue the mission. Andrew himself transforms into a lion and engages Jay in combat. During the fight, the logs tied to ropes are released and begin falling. Jay's family notices in time and moves aside, but his younger sister, listening to music, is unaware. Jay arrives just in time, saving her from being crushed. Though Andrew's plan partially succeeds, Jay manages to protect his family. Relieved and proud, he confronts Andrew, shouting that he lied about not harming humans, vowing never to trust him again. Jay returns to the school with his friends, celebrated for his bravery. If you enjoyed this story of bravery, loyalty, and the bond between humans and animals, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing movie explanations. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an exciting adventure like Jay's. Comment below, if you were a shapeshifter, which animal would you choose to be and why? We'd love to hear your thoughts.